Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I am Philanthropone, and I am back with another brand new experience here called NextVR for the HTC Vive and eventually Oculus Rift. Now, I've done this app. I did a video for it, but it was for the PSVR, and there was a lot of criticism on why it's not on the Vive or Oculus Rift, and now it is. You can play it on the Vive via Vive port. Now, if you don't know what NextVR is, it is a sports streaming app where you can watch live sporting events in VR like you're down there up close and personal, and it's pretty awesome. So let's check it out on the Vive right now. Alright, so here I am in the NextVR app. I'm using simply just one HTC Vive controller to control everything and navigate the menu system here. These are basically the categories of sports, NFL. Someone asked about NFL games. I'm going to try and show a little bit of that. Anyway, here's NBA League Pass, where you can watch NBA. So the latest, most recent replay you can watch of a real game, full game. There's all of these like best of and highlights, plays of the year and stuff. But if you want to watch a full game, the most recent you can watch, it looks like, is a April 8th game by the Pacers and the Hornets. And to order a live game, now the NBA Finals are coming up, and I will be very interested in at least watching one game live in VR for the NBA Finals this year. And I'll try and put more information in the description of how to order like live events. I'm gonna have to do a little bit more research, but I did at one point experiment with it, and I remember getting to a schedule where it has a little like VR icon that shows it's gonna be in VR. Anyway, let's check out the Thunder versus the Raptors on March 18th. A bit of a roller coaster experience to begin with.
Beautiful Toronto, Ontario, Canada, on the banks of Lake Ontario. Friendly, welcoming, just like most of Canada. But there's a reason they say fear the North. Inside Air Canada Center, one of the best teams in the NBA, the Toronto Raptors, taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder today. With Julianne Vianney, I'm Jonathan Yardley. So glad you're joining us. Again, we're seeing two really hot teams. You guys saw Portland and Cleveland on Thursday. Portland, the hottest team in the league. Julianne, Toronto is the next hottest.
All right, so I mentioned in my first video that, yeah, it's very cool that they have their own VR staff to handle the whole VR portion of this game. And as you can see, it has placed me in the stand, which is pretty cool. Look at this. I mean, you can't see behind you all the way. It's not full 360 because you don't really need to look behind you. But it's so cool. It puts you in the audience as it shows you the stats. It shows you the records, the standings of all the teams. You can fast forward by pressing the menu button. I can fast forward 30 seconds, and I can rewind it every 10 seconds, or I can use the trackpad to fast forward a bit. So these are highlights from a previous game where there's still, the actual real game has not started yet.
Basketball, so it's all been in harmony, and it starts with these two guys, the heart and soul of the team. Both of them have been active, they've been scoring, they've been doing what they do best, and they're getting other people involved. So you've got to love the way that these two have performed this season. This is a new team. I think this team is the real deal right now.
All right, let's fast forward a bit more. Look at this. They do like interviews in a locker room. Like, how often do they put you back here?
Leaders like DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry certainly
look, they're like playing fun and games with each other.
Those two guys.
It's amazing. Like these two guys.
I'm up on the backboard.
So much attention from the defense, and they're doing such a great job, especially this year, of getting us involved. Really, like you can tell by the assist numbers of a whole team, and from them, like it's just.
Look at that, they're doing the starting lineups.
0, Russell Westbrook, the head coach of the Oklahoma
Boo. I almost didn't want to show this team because the Thunder, they stole my Sonics. So I think Russell Westbrook is the last remaining player from the Sonic era, although he did not play, I believe, his rookie year on the Sonics, where I read that Nick Collison, who just retired, was the last true Seattle Supersonic to leave the Thunder. So there's basically no more remaining Sonics on the Thunder. Fun fact! Anyway, here's the little show, the intro, the starting lineup for the home team. Let's fast forward. You cannot move around manually. I'm sure some people might be wondering that. I can't select where I want to stay. It's automatically putting me at certain camera angles. All right, let's fast forward a bit. Let's get to... Okay, this is so cool. They're like, feel like cardboard cutouts, but they have like depth. The player faces as it shows the starting lineup. There's the score, by the way, 0-0, 12 minutes left. We are in Canada. Here we go, courtside.
To orient you as we get things started.
Oh yeah, sportsmanship all around.
171 consecutive sellouts in this building. It's an early start on a Sunday, but we're ready to go in Toronto. Underway between Oklahoma City and the Toronto Raptors, and Jonas Valanciunas able to win the tip and gets Toronto started. They've won 11 straight. That ties a team record 18 of 19, and they are 41 and 10. And they get things started with an Ibaka.
Wow. It does tend to, okay, so this is the view I like, where it really feels like you're courtside sitting down. And I have noticed that it does kind of favor this view a lot more. The behind the backboard view, which is a good view and everything. You know, people sit back here as well. But I wish it showed a little bit more of the sideline view, the sideline angle. I wonder if you could see the camera for it somewhere. It's probably over there. No. Yeah, I'm on the side of the player benches. Anyway.
What he's done even better with Toronto is he's more ready to shoot than I've ever seen him.
Lowry back to Valanciunas. He missed the runner, and it goes to Oklahoma City. We told you the Thunder since we last saw them.
Maybe watch a play or two more, and then I'll check out something else. Pretty awesome, though. So the visual quality is not mind-blowing, obviously. It doesn't feel like a 360 video. It feels three-dimensional. It feels like there's depth, definitely. But it's not like crisp, crystal clear quality.
He did return Friday in the Thunder's win over the LA Clippers. Here's Ibaka starting things off with 5 quick ones. That's off the hands of George, and it'll turn right back to Toronto. Raptors endured a really busy stretch. They had 7 games in 11 days. Back to a bit more normal rest schedule at the moment. Got by Dallas in overtime on Friday. This is OG Anunoby.
You can also hear a lot more audible voices and sounds from the players and like the coaches barking at them.
That's certainly one way to get yourself going.
Which makes me wonder how censorship will play a role in this, or if there is any, because the players don't always have the cleanest of languages as they play. All right, so now let's check out Canelo versus Triple G2, which is a fight that got canceled because someone was eating tainted meat, so he claims. And the fight was canceled, but I thought this was a really cool experience because it takes you throughout the promotional journey. You don't watch the actual fight, obviously, because it didn't happen and won't happen for a while now. But it's cool. It's cool. Trust me. Let's watch it.
Downtown Los Angeles, the headquarters for Golden Boy Promotions, and that's where we are today for the kickoff of Canelo Triple G2.
Ow!
Gentlemen, you both have said that you won the first fight in September. Why do you feel that you won that fight?
I believe for my power, I believe for my strategy, I believe to my team who support me, I believe to my fans who support me. Just
tanto como él, tanto como yo queremos ganar y queremos convencer de quién fue el mejor. Yo me sentí el ganador de la primera pelea, pero
Look at that, and there's
gracias a Dios tenemos
subtitles
esta
right
pelea
there.
para confirmarlo.
Well, actually, the first thing that I mentioned to him was I asked him, does he hit hard? And he was like, no, he doesn't hit hard. So I told him, so the second time around, you're going to walk right through him. He was like, yep, that's what I intend to do.
Creo que va a ser más interesante por eso, ¿no? Porque él ya me conoce, yo ya lo conozco y creo que los dos tenemos las ganas de ganar y va a ser muy interesante.
It's chilly out here tonight, but it's going to be hot under the lights in Las Vegas on Cinco de Mayo. It's going to be a war. Canelo's predicting a knockout. Oscar's predicting a knockout. We believe Triple G won the first fight. He's going to turn up the pressure. Dr. Abel Sanchez is going to turn up the pressure. We'll see you Cinco de Mayo in Las Vegas.
We haven't seen a real fight in the last 10, 15 years. And come Cinco de Mayo, we will see it again, and it'll be much better. And let me tell you one thing. I believe Canelo will knock him out.
Yeah, you and you only. All right, so that was cool. I thought that was a cool little thing as well. Now let's check out the NFL. So there are no actual full NFL football replays that you can watch. I don't know if there ever will be. To be honest, in my opinion, I don't think the NFL is the greatest experience for this yet because specifically the sideline view. The sideline view, you can't see very well of what's going on, but they do have a view where they, here, let's do NFL experience, Chargers versus Patriots. They do have a view from the field goal post where you can kind of have a little bit more of an upper bird's eye level, which is pretty sweet.
Welcome to Gillette Stadium on a gloomy, at
There we
times
go.
rainy
Down on the field.
Foxborough afternoon, where we just watched the New England Patriots defeat the Los Angeles Chargers 21-13. And welcome to the NFL and NextVR experience. I'm Elika.
So this is kind of like a pre-game or highlight type thing as well. Like I said, you don't watch the actual game. I can fast forward and they'll see some highlights. This is the view I was talking about that I like from the field goal post right under it, where you can see you have a much better view of the field. Where down there at ground level on the sideline, you really don't. It's cool.
In terms of that run,
maybe a little bit, and it could have affected this punt return right here as well with Travis Benjamin. You know, listen, as a former punt returner, first thing you have to do is get to the spot, catch the football, and then if you drop the football, do not run backwards, especially into the other opponent's end zone to get a safety.
Yeah. Well, and then speaking of Travis Benjamin, had this touchdown as well later on in the game. And you know, for as much as we talk about some of the miscues by the Chargers, they actually were in it for the final play of the game.
And listen, every team practices one of these plays, and the quarterback and the receivers just weren't on the same page. So I'm looking to the head coach and the offensive coordinators. We got to do a better job, especially when we have moments like this. We have to be able to capitalize, you know, as an offense, as a team, and you cannot let.
Oh, this is post game then, right? Yeah, final stats. Okay, yeah. Now one of the players came out for an interview. I mean, I assume full games will eventually come. Here we go. Here's some more game action. Yeah, that's the safety. You just got fail.
I mean, that was such a huge play and huge momentum swing for them at that point.
Wait, what? Did his hat fall off or did he throw it? Because I know if you... Some football buffs correct me. If they throw their hat only if they use their flag already to call a second penalty. Why did he... He must have fallen off. I couldn't see. Because he still had his yellow flag before it fell off. What happened to mysterious hats? No, he took it off on purpose. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, someone... Look, and then he throws a flag. So, do you see 2 penalties there? I don't know. I'm not a football pro. But, you know, I do watch football. But growing up, basketball was my favorite sport. I was all over the NBA growing up. Look at this. That was a little creepy. He went and toyed with a VR camera. This is pretty cool. You're down at the ground level when the players are on the field doing their pre-game rituals. So then there's that, and there's tennis, there's soccer, and quickly, this is like the Paranormal Evidence like a show that's supposed to be scary, I guess. Rolling Hills Asylum. Yeah, I don't know about this, but let's try it. Oh, what did that say? It warned. I saw the word warn.
Behind these doors, a series of bizarre and unexplainable events is about to unfold. And one investigator
What was that?
will regret ever setting foot in this building.
It's not as scary, I think, when you see someone else in there with you who's the subject of someone who's about to be scared or trying to get scared, who they're trying to scare. Like, if they just put me in there, like, just went in there and threw in the VR camera and just sat there quietly with no narrator, like that'd be more creepy to me. But like a TV show kind of like this, it ain't that bad. If you're a horror, if you're a wimp for horror games or horror experiences.
Their brothers. But treatment for mental illness was quack medicine at best, sometimes barbaric, even deadly. By 1885, the facility was dangerously overcrowded. Stomach-churning reports likened it to the Black Hole of Calcutta, a notorious dungeon where British prisoners were held in squalor. Before closing in 1974, the sprawling complex would serve as a jail and finally a nursing home. Later owners renamed the facility Rolling Hills Lunatic Asylum to gin up tourism, but its reputation as a hotbed of paranormal activity is well documented.
Some say the spirits of those who lived, worked, and suffered here have never left. I'd like to find out why.
The basement psych ward, where residents were said to be shackled to the wall, held in solitary confinement, and subjected to strange procedures. The morgue, where visitors claim to feel needle sticks, touches, and witness a little girl hiding in the freezer. The laundry room, said to be the haunt of a boy named Jack, who likes nursery rhymes. The second floor east wing, known as Shadow Hall, where a friendly giant is said to interact with female visitors. And George's room, an attic bedroom infamous for reports of strange noises in the closet and something straight from every child's worst nightmare.
Oh my god.
Historically,
so there's some theatrics. Okay. Alright, well there is NextVR. You will need VivePort for this right now, but it is on its way to Steam, which I think that's how Oculus Rift people are going to experience it. And what else was I going to say? Oh, I don't believe you don't need like a VivePort subscription. You just download VivePort, you make an account or whatever, and you can download this for free. So that's all for this one. Thank you so much, as always, for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you're new to my channel and are interested in VR or gaming in general, be sure to subscribe to my channel for all of my latest updates in the future. Thank you once again. Till next time. Peace.